Dear students, in our previous class we started play Sunny Morning. Here it is written by these brothers, golden boys of Madrid theatre, Serafin and Joaquin Alvarez Cuenca, and we read a few lines of this play, and he was not ready to sit and share the bench with someone who that Don Gonzalo, and he says that is one over there is mine, Gonzalo said, and Canito says that there are three priests sitting there. Don Gonzalo, root them out, have they gone? Canito, no, indeed they are talking. Don Gonzalo, just as if they were glued to the seat, no hope of leaving. They're leaving, come this way, Canito. They walk toward the birds right. Birds right means in that early morning that Donna Laura was giving breadcrumbs to birds, and birds were enjoying the breadcrumbs given by Donna Laura. And at the same time, these two walk toward the bird right. By seeing these two, those birds are scared away. Hence, Donna Laura indignantly in the sense, with a sense of anger and annoyance, indignantly, being unhappy, sense of anger or annoyance. Look out, look that. Don Gonzalo, are you speaking to me, Madam Senora? Are you speaking to me? He questioned. Donna Laura, yes, to you. I am speaking to you only. Don Gonzalo, what do you wish? What do you want? What is the matter? Why are you speaking to me? Donna Laura, you have feared away. Scared means feared away the birds who were feeding on my crumbs. And she was giving breadcrumbs and speaking herself for gluttons and for little ones and for the sprayest, like this. She was speaking and giving breadcrumbs and enjoying that sunny morning, and he disturbed that situation and that scene. Hence, that is why you have scared away the birds who were feeding on my crumbs. On my crumbs means the given crumbs, breadcrumbs. Gonzalo, what do I care about the birds? No, I don't care about these birds. Why should I care? No, I won't care. But I care, but I do. Her Laura says, Donna Laura says that, but I care. Don Gonzalo, this is a public park. He says, this is a public park. One walks in and one goes out. One sits somewhere. One brings something. So it is public park. It is not your own property. It is public property. Okay, you should not insist anything upon anybody. We should not impose your own thing on anyone. So it is wrong, since it is a public park. Laura, okay, it is public park, I do accept. But then, why do you complain that the three priests have taken your bench? Okay, of course it is public park. No one should not complain about anybody. But why do you complain the three priests have taken your bench, telling to root them or send them away? So why do you say they started an argument between these two, Donna Laura and Don Gonzalo? Don Gonzalo, Senora, here we haven't met. I cannot imagine why you take the liberty of addressing me. Come, Canito, both go out. Here, both go right. Here, yes, Senora, we haven't met. I cannot imagine why you take the liberty of addressing me. Mutually, they haven't met her previously anywhere at any given time. He is telling. So I cannot imagine, I am not thinking that, I am not understanding that, why are you taking that much of freedom or liberty to speak with me? So, here, come Conito. No, there is no use of speaking with that lady. Come, we'll go. So, both go out right, they moved. Donna Laura says to herself, what an ill-natured old man. What an ill-natured old man. Why must people get so fussy? Fussy in the sense complaining, demanding. Here, complaining and demanding. Fussy means demanding or complaining. Here, or unpleasant. Sometimes we can consider also that unpleasant. So, fussy, demanding and cross when they reach a certain age. So, when people reach a particular age, they will become complaining. They go on complaining about everything and anything. Simply complaining and criticizing. So, it goes on. So fussy and cross when they reach a certain age, look toward right. She looks at him. At him means at Don Gonzalo. I am glad. He lost that bench also. That bench too. Serves him right for fearing the birds. He is furious. He is very angry, furious. Now he is very angry. He is not getting a seat. Her, anxious. Yes, find a seat if you can. She says, yes, find a seat if you can. Poor man expresses her mercy. Poor man. He is wiping his perspiration from his face, sweat from his face. Here he comes. Now he is coming here. A carriage, a cart wouldn't raise more dust than his feet because there is pain in his legs, gouty, joint pain, inflammation. He is dragging. There is a difficulty in walking. So, more dust than his feet. Enter Don Gonzalo and Conito by right and walk toward left. From right to left they are moving. Here, she says, ill-natured old man. Okay, not having good attitude. Why must people get so complaining, criticizing that her mentality when they cross when they reach a certain age? And she becomes very happy because there he is not getting any seat. Serves him right. For what? For scaring the birds. He is furious. Now he is very furious. He is in very angry mood, disturbed mood, furious. Yes. Find a seat if you can. If it is possible, can. It indicates capability. Okay. Find a seat if you can. If you are able, you can find a seat. Poor man. What can he do? Poor man. He is wiping his sweat from his face. Here he comes. He is coming here only. How? Her raising more dust because he drags his feet. Her carriage or cart wouldn't raise more dust than his feet. Okay, he drags and walk toward left. Okay, next. Once again asked to whom? To Conito. Have the priests gone yet? Conito says, have the priests gone yet? Have they gone? Who? Priests. 3 priests sitting on the bench and talking, idling their day. Have Conito? No. Actually, really, sir, still they are there only talking. Still they are, the park itself, sitting on the bench, they are talking. Gonzalo, here, once again, he speaks. The authorities should place more benches here for these sunny mornings. Well, I suppose I must resign myself and sit on the bench with the old lady, murmuring himself. He sits at the extreme end of Donna Laura. Extreme end of, on one end, Donna Laura, on the other end, Don Gonzalo. extreme end of Donna Laura's bench and looks at her indignantly. He looked at her indignantly with sense of anger and annoyance. Indignantly. Touches his hat as he touched his hat. It's a style. Touched his hat. As he greets her, said, "Good morning." Said, "Good morning." He complained. That is why passive word is used by Donna Laura. The authorities should place more benches here for these sunny mornings. Getting sunny mornings in those countries is very difficult. That is why sunny mornings, during sunny mornings, people come out and enjoy the day. That is why, well, I suppose, I think, suppose in the sense here, I think, I must resign, means accept. Here, better call, accept. I think I must accept myself. I must accept myself. What? And sit on the bench where he said, initially Conito said to whom? To this Don Gonzalo, share the bench with that old lady. He said, no, I want separate. Okay, I want separate bench for myself. That is why I suppose I must accept myself. I must accept myself. There is no other way. And there are no other benches. And sit on the bench with the old lady. Accepted. He accepted. Muttering to himself, saying like this. He sits at the extreme end on one end, Laura, on other end, Gonzalo. End of Donna Laura's bench. And looks at her indignantly. Not happy look. That is somehow angry, anxious. Okay. Annoyance was there. Touched his hat anyhow. He has to extend his good relationship with that lady to sit on that bench. Greets her, said, "Good morning." Laura, Donna Laura, what? You here again? Oh, this fellow is here again once again. She complained. Gonzalo, don't repeat that. We haven't met. Again and again I am telling that. Don't take that freedom. Okay, to address. Because we haven't met. We don't know who we are. Then why are you complaining? Why are you addressing? Who has given that freedom to you? I was responding to your salute. Laura, bit smart in her discussion, in conversation, in argument. So, she said, I was answering to your salute. What is that salute? Good morning. So, he says, her. When he said, good morning, she said, once again you are over here. Suddenly he said at that time that we haven't met each other. Why are you telling all these things? And Laura said, I was responding to your salute. As this character Don Gonzalo said, good morning, but Laura didn't say good morning, but she said, what, you here again? That is why he questioned, but Laura said she was responding to his salute. And further he explains that good morning should be answered by good morning. Don Gonzalo, good morning should be answered by good morning, and that is all you should have said. But instead of her saying good morning, she said, you are here once again. So that is why he clarified that good morning should be answered by good morning only. But she didn't say that one. Laura, Donna Laura, you should have asked permission to sit on this bench, which is mine. This is my bench, and before sitting on this bench, you should have asked my permission. After taking permission only, then you have to sit, but you didn't ask anything, and further discussing all these things. Don Gonzalo said, the benches are here public property. Once again, he clarified, the benches are here public property. Laura, why you said the priests was yours? Why you said the one in the sense the bench on which the priests seated was yours. That was yours. It was your bench. Don Gonzalo, very well, very well, very well. Here it was not possible to continue discussion with that lady. So he accepted that what she said, very well, very well. Don Gonzalo further said, I have nothing more to say. So if he says it was of no use, so very well, very well, I have nothing to say, I have nothing more to say between his teeth. Okay, hence senile old lady, he said, senile, aged, senile in the sense aged. Senile means aged, old lady. Her, she must be at home. She ought to be at home knitting clothes and other things, knitting and counting beads. Her meditating, knitting beads. Okay, must be at home doing some work at home. So he said, senile old lady. Donna Laura, don't grumble, don't murmur anymore. I'm not going to leave just to please you. I don't allow you to sit calmly, because leave just to please you, because she was enjoying the scene that those pigeons or birds were enjoying the breadcrumbs which were given by this lady. That is why she says, I am not going to leave just to please you. Don Gonzalo, brushing the dust from his shoes with his handkerchief, he took out his handkerchief and started to brush his shoes. If the ground were sprinkled, if the ground were, it was not. Okay, here the ground were sprinkled a little, it would be an improvement, as it is raising more dust. Okay, that is why, to avoid the dust sprinkled, okay, water sprinkled there. That is why it says, if the ground were sprinkled a little, it would be an improvement. There won't be any dust. Okay, and he speaks about the dust in the garden. So here he brushed the dust from his shoes with the help of his handkerchief. Then discussion starts on that. See, questions: do you use your hand brush as a shoe brush? See the discussion. That is why in this play, that is called comedy and romance. It is a blend of comedy and romance. Now it is going on comedy. So next we will read romance in this play. Donna Laura, do you use your handkerchief as shoe brush? As he took out his handkerchief and cleaned his shoes. So Gonzalo, why not? I can use. Why not? Then Donna Laura, do you use your shoe brush as a handkerchief? Do you use your shoe brush as a handkerchief to wipe your face, all these things? No. Gonzalo, once again irritated, and said, Don Gonzalo, what right have you to criticize my actions? Why are you criticizing my actions in this park on this beautiful sunny morning? So what right have you to criticize my actions? My dear students, I solved these things when we were discussing a reported speech. So we have discussed all these things there. And Don Gonzalo, what right have you to criticize my actions? Donna Laura said, neighbor's right. Mine is neighbor's right. I am your neighbor now, sitting on the bench. I am your neighbor and I have to take care of you. So it is my right, neighbor's right. Don Gonzalo, Canito, my book. I do not care to listen to nonsense. So he said, no, I don't want to listen anything nonsense. So here he called Canito and asked his book. Donna Laura, suddenly she changed the way of speaking. So here she said, you are very polite. You are very polite. But here Gonzalo, excuse me, but never interfere with what doesn't concern to you. He says, pardon me, madam, But never interfere. You should not interfere which is not related to you. You should not pose your nose in others' duty, others' business. It is not right. But Donna Laura, I generally say what I think. She says, I generally say what I think. It means she says about her quality, her nature. And more to the same effect, give me the book, Canito. And even she didn't accept the word of this Don Gonzalo, and further he said, and more to the same effect, give me the book, Canito. And Canito handed over the book. Canito, here, Senor, he said, here, sir, take this book. Takes a book from his pocket, hands it to Don Gonzalo, then exits by right. Don Gonzalo, casting, looking indignant, once again, not pleasant, here, unpleasant glances at Donna Laura, unhappy, her puts on an enormous means big pair of glasses, spectacles, takes from his pocket a reading glass. He took out a reading glass, enormous pair of glasses, adjusts both suit him and opens his, adjusted and started to read. Donna Laura, then discussion starts on book and spectacles. Now, previously discussion took on handkerchief. Before that, bench, for the sake of bench. Before that, as he scared away the birds. The discussion took between Gonzalo and Laura. First, it is because of as he scared away the birds. Next, bench. Next, it is about bench. Next, it is about regarding shoe brush and handkerchief. Then it is about her spectacles and the book. Donna Laura, I thought you were taking out a telescope. See, the style of taking out spectacles and wearing enormous pair of glass and adjusting as suits to him. So she was stunned and shocked whether he was her using spectacles or telescope. So I thought you were taking out a telescope. Gonzalo, was that you? Once again you started discussion. Her irritated once again, furious. Donna Laura, your sight must be keen, he said. Your sight, her eyesight must be keen. Her, Don Gonzalo, keener than ever sees. Yes, my eyesight is keener than yours, more than yours. Donna Laura, yes, evidently, really, evidently. Is there any proof? Questioned. Don Gonzalo, ask the hares and partridges. Partridge, a bird. In Kannada we call it as kauzuga. Okay, hares and partridges. Ask this one, hare and partridges. He started to explain about the skill of hunting. Donna Laura, do you hunt? Questioned. Here, exclamatory mark, so how this is possible? So goatee cannot walk properly, not having good eyesight, cannot move properly. How come it is possible? So expressed, do you hunt? He said, he is too smart. I did. No, not now, I did. And even now, now also, sometimes, and even now, he said, oh, yes, of course. See, the expression of Donna Laura, oh, yes, of course, really, how come this is possible? And further, Don Gonzalo, yes, madam, every Sunday I take my gun and dog, says, on every Sunday I take my gun and dog. You understand? I go to one of my estates. I go to my estate. I have many more estates. One of my estates near Aravaka, here Aravaka, and kill, see the comedy here, and kill not animal and bird, simply he kills time, and kill time, not birds or animals. So, yes, madam, every Sunday I take my gun and dog, you understand, and go to one of my estates near place called Havaka and kill time. Laura, yes. Yes, she understood. Yes, yes. Kill time, of course. That is all you kill. You cannot kill anything. So, you kill time. Gonzalo, do you think so? Yes. Do you think so? Don't consider me here. Don't underestimate her. I could show you a wild boar's head in my study room. I can show you wild boar's head. Okay, which I brought after killing that animal. Wild boar's head is there in my study room. Yes, says. And further, Donna Laura, she is very intelligent here, an intelligent lady, her with her comic sense and polite, that refined appearance, asking to whom? To Don Gonzalo, Donna Laura. Yes, and I could show you a tiger skin in my hair. I can show you a tiger skin in my hair. Her boudoir. It is boudoir. Yes, I could show you a tiger skin in my boudoir. Okay, woman's private room. Woman's private room. Small room, woman's private room here. What does that prove? There is a skin in her, that private room. What that proves? It doesn't mean that she is a hunter. So, as he said, he can show a wild boar's head in her study room, and she said, I can show tiger skin in my boudoir. What is her? What does that prove? Don Gonzalo, very well, Senora, very well. Okay, he came to conclusion. It is not possible to defeat this lady. It is very difficult. Not at all possible. He understood, resigned himself. Please allow me to read, he requested. Please allow me to read. Enough conversation. Stop this conversation. Donna Laura, well, you subside then? Well, you subside then. It means, well, you accepted. You cannot, here, you give a subsidence, give away. You can, so it means he had given up the argumentative attitude with that lady. So, he accepted. It is not possible to continue that type of discussion with that lady because she is too smart. Then Don Gonzalo, but first I shall take a pinch of snuff. Don Gonzalo said, pinch of snuff. It was, in our childhood, we have seen elders they used to take snuff, okay, putting that snuff powder in their nostrils. They used to inhale, and they used to sneeze again and again. Here, but first I shall take a pinch, which can take between these two fingers, which can be taken here between these two fingers. A pinch of snuff, takes out snuff box, took out snuff box. Will you have some? Will you have some? Do you want? Her snuff. Offers box to whom? Donna Laura. He offered that box to Donna Laura. Donna Laura, if it is good, I can take. Of course, if it is good, I to enjoy. See the discussion here in the beginning as it continued, because of the birds, because of the bench, because of the spectacles and book, and here then because of this her hunting, this, and now snuff box. Slowly relation is building. Here they are becoming friendly now. If it is good, Gonzalo, it is of the finest. No, not only good, it is the best one. The finest. You will like it. Of course, I know you will like it. Laura, taking a pinch of snuff. It clears my head. Side. It clears, after sneezing, clears her head. Gonzalo, and mine, not only yours, mine head also. Donna Laura, do you sneeze? Her? Gonzalo, yes, Senora, 3 times I sneeze. Donna Laura, her, and so do I. What a coincidence. Her? He sneezed 3 times and she too 3 times. That is why, what a coincidence. And after taking the snuff, they await the sneezes, both anxiously and sneeze alternatively 3 times each other. Not simultaneously, alternatively 3 times each. Don Gonzalo, there I feel better, she said. His head is cleared now. Here, as it cleared his head, now I feel better. So do I, aside. Without telling directly to whom? To Don Gonzalo, aside. Okay, without conveying him, aside. The snuff has made peace between us, she said. This snuff box or this snuff powder has brought peace between us. As that heated argument was going on between these two, now there is a peace between these two. Don Gonzalo, will you excuse me if I read aloud? Asked. Will you excuse me if I read aloud? Donna Laura said, read as loud as you please. Read as loud as you please. Here, you will not disturb me. You can read. Here, as loud as you please. No problem, she said from her side. Don Gonzalo, reading, he said. Reading. All love is sad. Here, he referred Campoamor, a Spanish writer. Here, a poet, Campoamor. All love is sad, but sad as it is the best thing that we know. That is from Campoamor. He explains, what is love? Love is sad. Though knowing it is very sad, it is the best thing that we know. We know it is sad, but we know which is the best thing. Love is the best thing. That is why the lines are taken from Campoamor, okay, a Spanish writer and poet. All love is sad, but sad as it is sad, but it is the best and the finest and beautiful thing that we know. That is love. Laura, ha, she says. His words or those lines reached her heart. Gonzalo, reading, further continued. The daughters of the mothers, I once loved, kiss me now as they would graven image. As they would a graven image. Okay, graven image. An idol. Idol it is. Graven image is idol. The daughters of the mothers, I once loved. The daughters of the mothers, I once loved. Whom? He loved mothers. They have daughters. It means here he loved many women in his youthhood, and they are all married off and have children and daughters. And those mothers, they told about this fellow to those daughters, and those daughters kiss him now. Those daughters kiss him now as they would a graven image. Graven image in the sense an idol, without any that enmity or any other thing. So how lines take it are in a humorous way. It is in a humorous vein, in the humorous style. The daughters of the mothers, I once loved. He once loved mothers. They have daughters. These mothers told those daughters about this fellow, and those daughters, they come and kiss him now as they would a graven image. It means an idol. It means without any that enmity or unwanted things. How? Not seriously, in a humorous way. It's humorous. Okay. These two, all love is sad, but sad as it is the best thing that we know. The daughters of the mothers I once loved, kiss me now as they would a graven image. Those lines, I take it, are in a humorous way. Donna Laura, laughing, I take them so too. She accepted the same. So, humorous way. Gonzalo, there are some beautiful poems in this book here. There are some very beautiful poems in this book. Beautiful poems that he was reading. 20 years pass, he returns here. 20 years pass, he returns here. When we meet a person after 20 years. Okay? Laura, You cannot imagine how it affects me to see you reading with all those glasses, enormous pair of glasses. He was struggling to read those words, cannot see properly. I cannot imagine how it affects me to see you. He was struggling very hard with all those glasses and that book. Gonzalo, can you read without any? He challenged. Yes, is it possible to read without these glasses for you at this age? Yes, I can, she said. Yes, I can. Sir, then Don Gonzalo, there are some beautiful poems in this book here. 20 years pass, here he returns. And Donna Laura, here, you cannot imagine how it affects me to see you here reading with all those glasses. Then Don Gonzalo, can you read without any? Donna Laura, certainly. Really, I can, she said. At your age, you are jesting, you are joking. You are joking. Here, Donna Laura, pass the book. Then she told, whom? To whom? To Don Gonzalo. Then takes book, reads aloud. 20 years pass. See, 20 years pass. He returns, and each beholding the other exclaims. 20 years pass. He returns, and each beholding, holding each other, beholding the other exclaims, can it be that? Can it be that this is he? Can it be that this is he? Heavens, is it she? Is it she? This is he, is it she? See here, after 20 years pass, he returns, and each beholding the other exclaims, can it be that this is he? Heavens, is it she? Donna Laura returns the book to Don Gonzalo. He returned the book to whom? To Don Gonzalo. Then the further part of this topic or this play will be discussed in our next class. Thank you.